Alright, hello and welcome. This is Cider Vault. This is going to be episode 233, and this is going to be a little bit of a quick video because I found, this is the Cider Vault where you start at, this Bray Lane Bridge in the Springlands. I found a village down here, literally, and I say literally because it's almost directly underneath my place. Alright, let me make sure it's daytime. Let me lay down real quick. I set my world to daytime, and that way you can see it easier. 20 minutes for night, and then hour for day. But anyways, let's go upstairs and go outside, and we'll take a look-see at this place. Eat a little food. And not that there's anything out there that's going to bother me. And I am set up in to join in case if my spouse is playing tonight, she can come in. So, one of the things I was doing today when I realized that there was a village down there is this was the extent of my walkway. So what I did is I put in a doorway down here. I'm going to put a couple lights up there. And then I kind of moved some of the walls around too, because I noticed that my property has shifted as far as how big it is. Alright, so basically we are going to go right over there. See where that little crane is sticking up at? There's a whole village down there. It's really cool looking. And I don't see any other ones at this point. I haven't been over here by Bray Lane Bridge yet to really look, but I can tell already that the topography in this area has changed again. So yeah, let's go over there. So there is also a cave back in there that I have not explored yet. But yeah, this is a whole city. Oh. You guys should just run when you see me coming, because you're such a low level, you're not going to penetrate this armor. So, alright, so let's go into this home here. Oh, there's some bugs. Really? They can't just patiently wait for me to come and get them. Yeah, so really cool looking little homes. Oh, and there's 2 salt mines over here now too. When I was over here earlier, I got, well, there's 100, 231 salt just from this area. And then, I don't know if it'll be this episode or if it's going to be the next episode, I am going to show you snow in the Springlands. Yes, and you don't take damage from the snow. Okay, so let's climb up this thing. Alright, and then turn around here. There's also a couple letters in here that I want to mention real quick. Okay, working overtime at the salt mine tunnels. We had to fill the carts with at least 6 pounds of salt for Saline Springs, so I was pulling extra hours after the sun had gone down. I went through the motions with a blank mind when my pickaxe suddenly struck something solid. As I pulled to loosen my tool, a large stone chunk was bound forth into the lantern's dim glow. The relief looked different from the shimmering salt around it, but I could barely make it out in the low light. Squinting, I tried to focus on the shape. Nestled inside a lap of rubble sat a nearby spherical object. I commanded my tired eyes to follow the swirling lines that drew towards its center, but became even more drowsy. When I reached out to trace it, I felt a sharp pain in my shoulder. How long had I been digging? I decided to rest. It took some time to heal up in my absence. They've opened a new mine shaft and boarded up the old one. Maybe it's for the better. We cannot be distracted when there's a quota to meet. Okay, if it's a spherical thing that I think it is, it's one of those nodules that I've showed you guys. And it's most likely a way to sit there and summon one of the bosses for this area. Okay, but you can see there's rubble there, there's homes over there, so we're going to go to all that good stuff. So there is salt in here, you know, and it's easily obtainable for somebody who's low level. Alright, let's go inside of this little place. Alright, and then I can't quite make that out on the sign there, but it almost looks like a barber shop. I'm not positive though. There's some exploding mines. And then there is a way to get up there. Now, I didn't see the ladder before, so what I did is I jumped up on top of that thing. But if you come around here, there is a ladder. You can take up to this little loft. And there's a nice little chest over here. Now, when I did this chest earlier, it had the Executioner's axe in it. So now it's offering a ring. Alright. Let's go to the next place, which is right in here. And there's a bed, bunk beds, which we still can't make, but they're bunk beds. And there's salt, books, okay, so we'll come out. This house doesn't have anything in it. It's like the ceiling caved in on it. And you can see right there where, you know, they were trying to hold back the wall so it wouldn't crash in and bury the village. This is active mycelium. You can mine it from here. And then this house has one of those things that you click on in case if you need to replenish. Looks like I'm hitting it. Gonna make me do it with both. There is another mine right here. Okay. And then that way this goes up to a pathway. So let's go into this place. Okay. And it's got one of those stoves that I would love to have. Alright, you can go up the stairs. See? Restores time. And then, of course, you can get your shroud wood. You can get your metal scraps. There's also another restores time here, too. You could literally replenish your entire stack. There's salt over there on the table. Some more bombs. Okay, and we'll hit this one too. All right. And then we'll come out here. There's more salt that you can mine. Come over this way, and you can see there's some chimneys and what appears to be an old house. I did explore down there pretty well, you know. But yeah, see that dome right there? So if I had, let's see what it takes to activate it. Alright, so this thing takes a shroud core. Alright, and then once you put the shroud core in, you're going to get some type of a boss. Okay. I should have brought some with me. Because defeating the bosses that way too is fun. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be the fell brute. It could simply be one of these guys that pops up. But that's what was in that story note that that guy was telling us about, of what he found while he was digging. All right. See, this used to be a home. And of course, I was actively looking to see if there was any of the color palettes up here, but I did not see any. I don't really want to pick it. I just want to get through it. Really? Alright, and then we come over here. And that's the way from that salt mine this comes up and out. Okay. And then you come around this way. And it's very easy from here to get back to home. Now, on the other side, and I'll show you here on my map, I was literally up over in here, and there is snow up here on these mountain peaks, but you don't take frost damage. It's really cool. It's right on the edge of the red death zone. So there is something right here too on my map, but you can't get to it yet because this is that imaginary line of the death zone. Alright, so let's go back down into that cave because I'm really curious what's down there. I think I know, but I just want to know. Alright. Yeah, nothing else over here. Come back up this way. And nope, it's not that one. Gotta go up here a little bit further. Now why did I just see that? Now I can't find it. More salt. I didn't see that earlier. Oh, I know I wasn't crazy, but I did see a mine. Huh. Let me look just a little bit further. See if I can find it. I guess not. I must be crazy. Crazy, I say. Okay, I guess not. And then, of course, right over here is an excellent place to get your Shroud liquid. And then I'm not sure about this, if this was new or if it was in from the last update, but there is a really cool tower right there that you can go into, and it's got a note about somebody trying to find the color purple. So there is a quest out here in this area for that. And then of course this little place down here is where you get the lantern lamps. Yeah, the first two. But this is all changed down here. I mean, they still have a Shroud core down there because you can see it right down there. Right there. But yeah, it's changed a lot over here. Yeah, there's another massive amount of salt right there. I don't have to go too far from home to get my salt now. And like I said, I didn't even know I had a village underneath my feet. Try to get a picture of this. There we go. Alright then. let's do one last thing. We're going to run this way real quick. Because I am curious to see how big this area is. Wow, a lot of active mycelium out here. Nice big ball of it. Okay, back up and out of the shroud. Alright, this has been Lucy the Bold. This is going to be a short video. That's the way I wanted to do it. I just wanted you guys to see this new, interesting, strange little village. Everybody have a good day. Please hit like, please hit subscribe, and if you have any comments, please leave them for me. Thank you.